Welcome, Arcanist. We're here to guide you through elemental orders, a true trial of strategy and balance held within the legendary Tournament of the Four Winds. Your journey, your entire strategy, really begins with this single principle. Keep it in mind, because it is the absolute key to victory. So, here's the path we're going to walk together to get you ready for the tournament. First, we'll dive into the world of Arvelion. Then we'll cover the elemental deck, the all-important Sacred Oath, and how to dominate the elements. After that, we'll watch an actual duel unfold, and finally, chart the path to becoming a true champion. So, as an Arcanist of balance, you have to remember your goal isn't just about raw destruction. No, it's about proving your total mastery over fire, water, air, and earth.
And what's the ultimate objective? It's pretty simple, actually. You want to be the very first person to gather 11 points of influence. You do that, and you're crowned champion of the elemental cycle.
Okay, so let's get into the tools of your craft. We're talking about the elemental deck.
This deck has everything you'll need to invoke the elements. You've got your basic number cards, which are kind of like minor elemental spirits, all the way up to incredibly powerful wild spirits that can completely shift the flow of a duel. Before each and every round, the ritual is always the same. Shuffle up the essences, deal 6 cards to each player, and then you get to secretly prepare your strategy. And remember, those 6 cards you're holding, that's all you get for the entire round. All right, now things start to get really interesting. The very first challenge is something called the Elemental Auction. This is where you make a sacred oath, and it's a huge test of your foresight and, honestly, your confidence. You're going to bid on the number of tricks, you can think of them as little elemental contests, that you believe you can win. Bidding smart is everything. You know, if you've got a handful of high cards in one element or some powerful wild cards, you might risk a high bid. Whoever bids highest becomes the leader, and they get this huge advantage. They declare the trump element for the round. But, and this is a big one, you need to be careful. The form of the Four Winds does not like arrogance. If you fail your oath, if you don't win the tricks you declared, there's a heavy penalty. You lose that same number of points. So yeah, bid wisely. Okay, so once the trump is chosen, the duel begins. It's going to be 6 tricks, 6 chances for you to really dominate the elements. Every single trick is a clash of raw power and clever strategy. So here's the crucial point. While your number cards have their face value, these other powerful spirits have much higher values for winning tricks. As you can see, a skip is worth 10, a reverse is 11, and it just goes up from there. Mastering this power scale is absolutely essential. All right, enough theory. Let's actually witness a duel. We're going to watch 4 legendary Arcanists go at it, and you'll see exactly how these rules create this dynamic clash of elemental forces. Lyra's examined her hand. She feels the burning power in her cards, and she confidently bids 3 tricks. That wins her the auction, so she boldly declares fire as the trump element for this round. Okay, trick 1. Lyra starts things off with an air 2. The others have to follow with air if they can. Soren plays a pretty strong air 7, but then, watch this, Naira throws down the air skip. With its power value of 10, it easily takes the first trick. So now Naira leads. She plays an earth 7. Again, everyone follows suit, but KL spots his opportunity and slams down the earth skip, claiming victory and seizing control of the duel. Now Kale's in the lead, and he plays a strong water 9, hoping to lock down a trick for himself. But Soren's got other plans. His water reverse, with a power of 11, overpowers it and wins him the trick. Soren now leads with the trump element, fire. This is a fierce battle. Lyra plays a fire 9, but Kale, who doesn't have any fire, plays a multicolor wild, declares it as fire, and its superior power of 12 just seizes control of the whole trick. And this next move, this just brilliantly shows you the power of those wild cards. Kale leads, but he can't play the lead element, fire. The other Arcanists play their fire cards, but Lyra, who is also out of fire, unleashes the multicolor wild +4. It's the strongest card in the whole game, and it wins the trick, no contest. And here we are at the final trick. Lyra is supposed to lead with air, but she doesn't have any, so she plays a water 7. Now, since no trump cards were played, the winner is whoever has the highest card of the lead element, which was air. That makes Soren's air 5 the winning card.
And just like that, all 6 tricks have been played. Now the Arcanists have to tally their points to see who really demonstrated the greatest mastery and who's going to gain some influence in this tournament.
So there are 4 special points awarded here. Lyra gets the high point because she played the most powerful trump card. Soren gets the low point since his Fire 4 was the weakest trump played. The Jack point for the trump skip wasn't awarded this time. And Kael earns the game point for collecting the most valuable cards in his tricks.
Now this is where it gets really interesting. We see that Oath penalty come back to bite. Lyra bid 3 tricks, but she only won 1. So her penalty is that she loses 3 points. Even with the +1 point she got for high, her final score for the round is a painful -2. A really stark reminder of the cost of a broken oath.
So there you have it. You now have the knowledge to compete for the title of champion. You understand the flow of the elements, the true weight of an oath, and the path to victory. So the question is, will you honor the balance and achieve that victory? The table awaits.